many young adults, universities provide a place where big decisions can be made, both wise and unwise. As a college senior, I recently found myself making a decision that I thought I would never make. I used to think that this decision would be for the worse, but instead, it has been for the better. I decided to take an online class, and I honestly couldn't be more pleased with the results. Despite my initial doubts about online classes, I have learned that these classes can be very convenient and rewarding. That being said, online classes cannot fully replace traditional classes. Now, many classes nowadays do have some sort of an online component to them, but what I mean by an online class is one in which the large majority of the course content is delivered online. According to the 2014 Survey of Online Learning, which is the only annual report of its kind, more than 70% of higher learning institutions in the United States have some sort of a distance offering. There are currently between about 5 and 7 million online students, and this number continues to grow. In fact, it has been for more than the past decade. So obviously there must be something to online classes. What is it exactly that makes them so appealing? Well, there are three main things that I've found. Convenience, the ability for students to set their own pace, and the possibility for in-depth class discussions. Convenience is something that is very obvious. In fact, it's probably what most people think of first when they think of an online class. The ability to access the class from anywhere, at any time, is a big advantage. This is especially true for students who are distance students or who have some sort of an obligation outside of school already. These students can access the class from their work or from home, and they can do it at whatever time works best for them. In part because of this, students can set their own pace in an online class. Now, this doesn't mean that there won't be deadlines. There usually are. But what it does mean is that students can take the time to review material carefully before moving on to the next thing. And this is something that can't always happen in a lecture setting where everything is done live. In part because of this, class discussions online can be much more in-depth than they can be in traditional classes. Because people can think through what they want to say before they say it, everybody puts forward their best. And this means that everybody can benefit from everybody else. In a traditional classroom setting, usually the people who are more extroverted or who are quicker on their feet are the people who will dominate a class discussion. This doesn't happen in an online class. In fact, some of the shyest people might be the people who other people benefit from most in an online class. In this class in particular, I've very much enjoyed the online discussions. There's been a couple people especially who I've been able to go back and forth with, and though we haven't always agreed about everything, I believe that we've been able to appreciate each other's viewpoints. This is something that's been very beneficial and educational for me, and I hope that it has been for them as well. Now, despite the fact that online classes have many advantages, there are a few disadvantages. Three main ones that I found are that they require more discipline than traditional classes, there's a lack of personal contact between the people in those classes, and online classes cannot cover every topic. The fact that online classes require more discipline than traditional classes is actually a result of the fact that students can set their own pace. If a student isn't great at time management, they probably won't do well in an online class. That being said, online classes are great things for students who are already very independent learners and self-motivated. But students who aren't would be better served going to a traditional class where the instructor and other students can help hold them accountable. This highlights another disadvantage of online classes. There's no personal contact between people. For many students in a traditional class, office hours with a professor are very beneficial and can be the difference between succeeding in a course and failing in a course. This is something that isn't usually available in an online class. In addition, things such as friendships and study groups aren't easily formed in an online class, and they are in a traditional class. Online classes also have a limited topical range. There are some things that you just can't teach online. Speech, sports, lab-based sciences, anything that's physical in nature can't be taught online. Other things such as math that are very demonstration-based can be very difficult to teach online. And this is because question and answer sessions are very important in these kind of classes, and it's hard to deliver this online. In summary, online classes are something that can be very convenient and rewarding. This is especially true because students can set their own pace, and class discussions can be very in-depth online. Students who are distance students or who are independent learners especially stand to benefit from online classes. Even so, online classes cannot fully replace traditional classes. This is because of the lack of personal contact between people, and because online classes cannot cover every topic. Thank you.